What's up, goobers, and welcome to my comprehensive viewer's guide to fighting games. I've been both a long-time player and viewer of fighting games, so many of these terms just come out of my mouth without considering that not everyone else is just a giant nerd. The goal of this video is to initiate any newcomer to fighting game terminology that is commonly used in games like Street Fighter. By the end, I hope that there is a better understanding of what is happening on the screen when either viewing or playing your favorite fighting game. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more videos from me. If you feel like I missed something or need a more in-depth explanation of something, feel free to leave a comment below. So, let's begin. The first topic I want to go over today is normals. Now, the definition of a normal is any button that is a standard attack in a fighting game. In Street Fighter, there are typically 6 attacks each character can do. This is separated in 2 groups, punches and kicks. Each have various speeds and distances and come with their own risks and benefits. Something that falls into this category but that's slightly different is called a command normal. This is simply a normal that requires like a directional input. Not all characters have them, but you'll see them pop up here and there. Something else that comes up that is not in every character's kit is called a target combo. These are quick strings of normals that are chained together with a series of button presses. In the next section, I want to talk about commands. These are something that I always looked forward to doing whenever I got my hands on a brand new fighting game. Examples of commands are things like fireballs, sonic booms, spinning pile drivers, things like that. These require directional input combinations finished with a button. Typically, commands act differently when you use different button strengths in Street Fighter. There are exceptions, of course, but I will use a basic example. With Ryu's Hadouken, the speed of the projectile changes depending on if he uses light punch, medium, or heavy. Now, this section can be kind of complicated, but I'll try to keep it as simple as possible. This final section we're talking about today is called neutral. This is where a lot of the core gameplay happens in particularly Street Fighter. Both characters are standing either trying to find a way to start their offense or keep up a defensive wall. In Street Fighter, you'll often see both players doing this back and forth thing, and what they're doing typically is just looking for gaps for them to either start their pressure or waiting for their opponent to do something that they can take advantage of. So things that happen in this neutral state you'll commonly see is they'll use their normals. They'll do things called pokes, which this is gonna be like a far-reaching normal, and they're gonna try and catch the opponent walking into their range and try to take some damage that way. Now, a way to counter this is to walk in and out of the range that you expect your opponent to whiff their long-reaching poke. And this is what a whiff punish is. And a lot of times, like, Ryu will try to walk up and catch you with his low medium kick, because usually it's a far-reaching low normal, and you have to be crouching to block it. Now, if you walk in and out of a range where he would stick out his foot like that, people can counter that by punishing the whiff with something like a sweep. And this is where the term footsies comes from, because they're using low attacks to counter another low attack, and it just looks like your feet are just interacting. Now, if you come from the Dark Souls community and you're watching this, don't make it weird, you feet people. And the last thing that typically happens when you're in this neutral state is you'll see some people jump. And anytime someone stops someone from jumping, that is considered an anti-air. Now, this can be either a command such as a Shoryuken or Dragon Punch, sometimes people call that a DP, or something like a normal that has a upward moving hitbox. So a lot of characters have like crouching heavy punch, which just has like an upward punch or something. The thing that makes neutral so tense and so fun is that it is essentially how everything in the match starts. One hit can spiral into a character's full offense. Another thing that can happen is a character can literally keep an opponent out while slowly chipping away at their life the entire match. I've seen matches where people just get clipped over and over again by far-reaching pokes, and then they just look at their life and they have none left. It's crazy. It can be very tense the whole time the neutral game is ongoing because you're constantly thinking about what your opponent is gonna do, and they're doing the same thing. So it's like a big mind game the whole time. It's fantastic. That's gonna wrap it up for this video. This was merely scratching the surface, as there's so many things that you can talk about when it comes to fighting games. The focus of this video was trying to cover the basics. So if you want to see more intermediate and complex strats, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for making it to the end, and stay well. I'll catch you in the next video.